All right, so now we've talked about poses on all fours. We looked at a lot of standing poses. So again, we're starting to really build the foundation of poses to choose for our prenatal class. Let's look at abdominal toning. Now, we definitely touched upon this in Module 1, so this should be a review. But I always think reviewing, hearing this information a few times can help it digest a little bit better. So, abdominal toning. Remember, when I say abdominal toning, it's not the time to get on your back and start to do a lot of crunches, bicycle, really totally inappropriate. The abdominal toning that we do in prenatal, it's your transversus abdominals, your deepest layer of abdominal muscles. So they run around like a corset. And the way that I instruct it to my class is to focus on the exhale. And it's not a forceful exhale, nor is it an extreme tightening. The mom isn't really consciously tightening. The engagement of the transversus abdominals happens from mom working on her exhale. And again, remember, during prenatal, during pregnancy, because we have the increased blood volume, all the vessels, the blood vessels, can feel more dilated, more stuffy. And so where in a regular class, we might be instructing only breathe through the nose, in this type of class, we offer to breathe through the mouth or the nose. And usually for pushing, if she's not holding her breath, which we prefer not to, she tries to exhale through her mouth. So we're going to cue this through the mouth. So I'm going to, again, it should be a review, but let's again just touch upon it. So we'll sit up nice and tall, take a deep inhale. Now a very long, slow exhale, like you're breathing out a really thin cocktail straw. And it should take about 10 counts. So hopefully you're still exhaling. You're still exhaling. And as you're doing so, the abdominals are naturally engaging in. And keep exhaling so you have every molecule of breath out of your body. And when you need, you'll take your fresh inhale. And that's a great way for the moms to start to feel and support and tone the transversus abdominals. So when those are supported, mom is getting the back support she needs as well as the support for her sacroiliac joints, but she's also learning how, when it's time to push for vaginal birth, how to find those muscles so that she can push from those muscles. So let's do it again. Take a deep inhale and a slow exhale so that you're really sweeping the breath out of the body. You should feel the abdominal muscles contract in. Then remember, they wrap all the way around. Keep exhaling. Try not to let the chest collapse. Keep the chest upright. You're exhaling, you're exhaling, you're exhaling. When you're ready, you do your fresh inhale. Now, just kind of again touching upon what we talked about in Module 1, when we work the abdominals, we want to keep the pelvic floor relaxed. If we're using this for pushing, we don't want to co-contract those muscles. We don't want the pelvic floor to engage, tighten, lift as we're thinking about pushing baby down. So pelvic floor is completely relaxed. Now, if a student says, I'm feeling them co-contract, what do? You stop, mom relaxes, deep exhale, and then we start over, consciously relaxing the pelvic floor. So that is how we do it. Now also we can start to work on how to engage the upper body, as Caprice talked about in Module 1, especially with the serratus muscles. They interdigitate into your external obliques. So we can work on ways mom can feel like she's pulling. During a vaginal birth, mom might be pulling on her legs, pulling on the bed, pulling on her rebozo. So getting the upper body involved. So when we sit tall, hands go on the knees, and as we exhale, chest stays upright, and she's just starting to pull the knees back or push the thighs down and back. So the upper body's getting involved. So we can mimic that pulling sensation to start to feel how the upper body can integrate into the abdominals. So especially if a mom's going to have medication where she's more numb in the belly region, in the lower body, now we can ask the upper body muscles to help highlight the use of the abdominals. So that is abdominal toning for our class, and you can sprinkle that in a few times during class, or just kind of situate it in maybe after the vinyasa flow or during the vinyasa flow or towards the end of class. We always kind of stop, discuss, and then move through. You don't want to just assume everyone knows their transverses. So it's one of those things that before you do it, you can give maybe a 1 or 2 minute explanation. The moms can even bring their hands to their belly. They can engage as they exhale so they can feel the muscles tighten. It's a new information for a lot of women that haven't done a lot of abdominal toning. Even if they did, they probably did more of the surface abdominals. So this is definitely one of those, stop the class, let's discuss, let me teach you about the transverses, and then let's integrate it and enjoy it. All right, so that's proper abdominal toning. So now we're going to move on to actually one of my favorites, hip opening.